talk now. This MMA, what we talking about? Yeah, you tuned into the pod now. Gonna be hard for you to stop now. Yeah, we caged in. Yeah, we caged in. Yeah, we caged in.
Welcome back to another episode of Caged In. I'm your host, Chris DiCarlo. On this episode, we got our very special guest, Ian Barrett, making his return to the show. How are we doing today,
sir.
Ian?
Good, man. Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Of course, man. Of course. I know we talked before your first fight. Only right that we do it again for the sequel. That first fight, man, Ring Titans won. You made your combat sports debut, got out of there with a win. Overall, man, how are you feeling since then? How's life been? Just catch me up real quick.
Good, man. I'm excited to get back in there for sure. That first fight was quite the learning experience. My first time out, it was a good scrap against a game opponent. So I'm happy to be able to bring that experience back into the training room, dial in a couple things that I wasn't so prepared for the first fight, and I'm excited to put on a better display come December 13th.
There we go, man. You are going back in there again. Ring Titans 2, this time taking on Brian Russell, who is also 1-0, going down December 13th at a new venue, the Wolves Den in Pembroke, Massachusetts. Before we talk about that one, man, let's go back and talk about Ring Titans 1 a little bit. Unanimous decision victory over Brendan Martin, 30-27 across the cards. How did you feel about your performance that night, man, now that you've had some time to look back on it?
I mean, looking back on it, I'm definitely happy I came out with the victory, but there's a lot of things that I think that I didn't really get to display my true potential that night. I was a little sloppy. I was a little off. I was definitely feeling the nerves. I went out there. I was the featured fight on my first fight, so there was a lot of pressure. But I think that for my first time out, I shined well under those lights, but I'm definitely excited to go back in there and show people what I'm truly capable of.
There you go, man. I know you said there were some things in there that you didn't feel, 100%. Looking back on it now, what do you wish you had done differently, or is there anything you would have changed about that night?
I mean, I threw my game plan out the window the second I got in there. That adrenaline was buzzing, dude. You were there. You heard that crowd. The crowd was absolutely fucking wild. So going in there, like I said, my first time out, I heard that crowd and I heard the reactions when I was landing shots, when he was landing shots, and every time he hit me, the crowd got a little quieter and I was like, oh shit, I'm getting hit. So I kind of just threw my game plan out of the window and decided, fuck it, I think I can beat this kid in a dog fight. I don't think he's got the same dog as me, so let's do it. I could have beat him technically and it probably would have looked better, it would have looked cleaner, but with that being said, I'm happy that I got that dog fight out of the way in my first fight, because now I know that I do have that dog, and this time I'm gonna keep that dog in the cage a little bit longer until it has to come out. But to answer your question, I heard the crowd, and I kind of just threw my game plan out of the window. I just need to show people that I'm an intelligent martial artist and I can stick to a game plan and I can actually perform like a Muay Thai fighter and win on the points, win in a dog fight, and I can win everywhere. I'm a complete fighter, and I need to show that to people.
For sure, man. We know this was your first time making the walk at the hall. How was the walkout? Did you feel that energy once your music hit and you got to walk down those steps? And was it everything that you expected it to be, or how are you kind of taking that all in?
So when I walked out of the locker room and I was heading down the stairs, it hit. I was like, oh shit, I'm about to get into a fist fight. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like me and this kid are about to meet in the center of an octagon, and it's under the brightest of lights, and it's a full crowd, and I was excited, man. As soon as I felt those nerves and I felt my reaction to those nerves, and it was exactly kind of what I anticipated it to be. I knew that I was going to handle those nerves well, and I was going to shine bright under those lights, and it's a feeling that I cannot wait to replicate. Absolutely.
Hell yeah, man. Do you feel like you're more prepared now, having, experienced that the first time, and now you kind of know what to expect for the second time around?
Oh, absolutely. And I think that with that being said, I think that I'm lucky enough that I went in there my first time out against a game opponent. Brendan Martin was legit. That kid was technical. He was sound. He was on his P's and Q's that night, and it forced me to adapt. So I'm happy that I had a challenging fight my first time out, because this next time out I'm just going to look that much crisper, and it's
Let's touch
all
on
right.
the
Sweet, my
training
bad.
camp a little bit, man. No, you're good. I know we went through your whole training camp stuff before in the last interview we did. Where are you doing your training camp specifically for this one? Has anything changed, or is everything still kind of the same?
So I'm still at the same two gyms. I'm primarily out of Lozon's in Raynham, and then I'm still spending some time down with Pete Luciani at Hook and Roll in that room. Training camp's very similar, but like I said, it's also adapting some things that I learned in that first fight that I think that I needed to touch on before I took a second fight. Like, I'm going to be much more prepared in the clinch. That's one of those spots that I felt like I wasn't necessarily super prepared for. I'm spending a lot more time in the cardio realm. I think that my cardio was all right, but if you watch that fight back, you see in the third round, I definitely did start to fade in that last 30 seconds. So my cardio, I'm on my P's and Q's with my cardio. I'm on my P's and Q's with my clinch. My striking's progressed. My kicks have progressed. Everything's progressed. And I'm just excited to get back out there, man. I'm fucking pumped.
Hell yeah, man. And with that, having that first fight under your belt, has that kind of adjusted how you're training now for the second fight? Did you kind of learn, the things that you were lacking in the fight the first time, and now you're kind of trying to fix that in camp for this one to get you ready for Ring Titans 2?
Absolutely. It kind of just gave me a new perspective on it. I mean, I thought going into my first one that I was properly prepared with my cardio, but have to adjust some things in the second camp, and I did exactly that. I adjusted things I needed to adjust, and I feel that much better going into this fight, and I'm truthfully just I'm ready to display the changes I made, and I think that the display will showcase those changes that I made well, and I'm really excited.
Awesome, man. Are you going to have the same corner this time that you had the first time, or are you changing that up at all?
Yeah, same corner, certified crazy corner, baby. Someone commented that after the last one, and I was like, this is perfect. That's the only way to put it. These fucking 3 lunatics in my corner, but I wouldn't want it to be anyone else.
Awesome, man. Definitely a stacked corner. I'm happy to see that you're bringing the same guys back for the go-around the second time. So let's talk about Ring Titans 2 a little bit, man. You're going in there versus Brian Russell, who is 1-0 as well. What do you know about Russell as an opponent, and then how do you feel about stepping into the cage versus him?
Brian's a very game opponent. He had, similar to me, he had a tricky first outing. I mean, he was in those tough exchanges, and he was in a little bit of a dogfight, and in those uncomfortable predicaments, he handled himself well. I think that we have two styles that are definitely made to meet in the middle, and we're going to have a good clash. But with that being said, I think that I'm far more technical than Brian. I think that he said a couple nights ago that his boxing was better than mine. Not true. Doesn't have better boxing than me. Whatever. I think that we're gonna have a good fight. I just think I'm more technical. I think that I'm quicker. I think that I'm honestly better than him everywhere, and I'm excited to be able to meet another game opponent in the center of the ring and put it on display for the people.
Hell yeah, man. You both made your combat sports debut on that same card, Ring Titans 1. You went 1-0, he went 1-0. Were you able to watch his fight at all or see it since the event? And if so, what did you kind of pick up in watching his debut in the Muay Thai ring?
So me and Brian, we were in the same locker room to the build-up, and we were cordial, obviously. Like, we were both giving each other a couple words of advice, like helping each other, getting each other on our P's and Q's, just socializing, conversating like fighters do. The night of, I didn't get to see much of his fight. They do have a TV back there in the locker room that plays it, but obviously because he was the fight right before me, I was doing my shakeout, I was doing all my things, so I couldn't watch too much, but you could hear the crowd loud and clear, so I knew that it was a dogfight. And I think that his opponent, Joshua Panda, was a tricky opponent, a weird style to say the least, but I'm not Joshua Panda Marias. I think that we're going to see that on December 13th. I don't think that the opponent that he faced was the level that I am. I think that he's going to have to adapt to some things, and watching that fight back afterwards just kind of proved that to me. Like I said, he was in those tough exchanges, but that was with a guy who I don't think is nearly as skilled as me, and I think that I'm going to be able to capitalize in those exchanges, and I'm definitely coming out of this one with the knockout. I know I said that last time, but we're finishing this one absolutely.
There we go, man. And at Cage Titans 74, you and Russell had a cool face-off moment, you know, to announce this fight in the middle of the cage. Could you feel that buzz in there, man? What was that moment like? And what were you guys saying to each other in there? I saw you guys were jawing a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we faced off, and it was getting a little weird in Plymouth, man. He was looking at my lips. You wouldn't look me in my eyes, so I said that. I was like, look me in my eyes. And then he started talking about how I had to have my boys talk shit for me, which, I mean, it's two young crowds, and we're both, like, from a couple towns over, so obviously same age, same graduating class. Like, my friends are going to talk shit, his friends are going to talk shit, whatever. His little brother's talking shit, whatever, it happens. But with that being said, we're going to be the two that face off in the ring December 13th, and by the looks of it, he couldn't look me in my eyes. He doesn't trust himself, and he knows that this is a hard fight for him. And I think he's feeling that pressure, and I think that feeling that pressure sucks, and that's going to definitely show in his performance on December 13th.
And before I let you go, man, one final question. What can the fans at the Wolves Den expect from the return of War Elephant at Ring Titans 2?
Fans can expect action. Bell to bell, bell to whenever the ref pulls me off of him. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a hard fight. But they're going to see a much cleaner, technical, calculated fighter on December 13th. I'm a sniper at heart. I'm a Muay Thai fighter at heart. And I'm ready to go put that on display in December 13th. I'm excited to do so in front of my loved ones and my friends and all the fans that are going to be there in Pembroke. So yeah, man, December 13th, it's going to be a good display, and I'm coming for that finish. That fight will not make it to the judges' scorecards.
There we go, man. And I lied. One more for you. I know this is the end of 2025. You got 2 bouts. You know, by the end of this year, you'll have 2 bouts under your belt. What are the plans for 2026?
So after this one, I'm probably going to take a good little break. I'm hoping to start the transfer into the MMA realm. I've said that a couple times. I've said that I'm going to start grappling more a couple times, but I'm going to take a little bit. I'm going to get on my P's and Q's with the grappling, and hopefully by the end of 2026, if not early 2027, I'm going to come and I'm going to take that fucking MMA. I'm going to take that MMA by storm. Those MMA fighters at 45 will not be able to handle the hands, especially if I can back it up with the grappling, and I'm just going to start taking names, collecting heads. It's just going to be the fucking rise of the War Elephant. I love you, Mom. I'm sorry I'm going to fight so much, but here we are. We're going to do it.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you coming on here, taking the time to chop it up with me, brother. Big fight coming up next weekend. I'm excited to see you throw down again. Before I let you go, anybody you want to thank, anybody you want to shout out, now's your time.
Mom, I love you. All my friends, thank you guys for buying tickets, buying t-shirts. All my sponsors who will be all over my social medias over these next couple weeks are the only reason that I'm able to get in this ring and do what I love. So all the credit goes to them. I can't thank them enough. Like I said, make sure to check me out on social media because you guys will see my sponsors, and I'm excited to be able to kind of show you guys what they're doing for their respective local communities. And yeah, man, my sponsors, my friends, my family. You, brother, let's go. I'm excited to go put on a show for you guys. I'm excited to get out there. Brian Russell for taking this fight. Everyone, man, all my coaches, I'm excited.
Hell yeah, man. Ian, thanks for coming on once again, brother. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Got down for the count and he can't even talk now. This MMA, what we talking about? Yeah, you tuned into the pod now. Gonna be hard for you to stop now. Yeah, we caged in. Yeah, we caged in. Yeah, we caged in.